The soft glow of Christmas lights reflected in the polished marble floor as Ethan Carter nervously adjusted his worn-out jacket. The restaurant was far too expensive, far too elegant, far too perfect for someone like him. Crystal chandeliers sparkled overhead like frozen stars. Everyone here looked wealthy, confident, belonging. He didn't. His hands trembled slightly as he approached table number 24. Then he saw her. A woman so graceful, so stunning, she looked like she stepped out of a dream. Her elegant red dress shimmered in the candlelight. Diamond earrings sparkled softly beside her long dark hair. She looked up, surprised. Ethan froze. His heart pounded painfully in his chest. He swallowed hard and spoke quietly. "I'm sorry, I think I'm at the wrong table." But what Ethan didn't know was that this single moment would change his life forever. Because the woman sitting across from him wasn't just beautiful. She was the billionaire CEO of the very company where he worked as a janitor. And tonight, she was expecting someone else. Someone rich. Someone powerful. Someone who never showed up. Snow fell gently outside the small apartment window. Inside, Ethan Carter knelt beside a tiny Christmas tree, carefully taping a broken ornament back together. His 7-year-old daughter Lily watched with hopeful eyes. "Daddy, will Santa come this year?" she asked softly. Ethan forced a smile. "Of course he will, princess." But deep inside, he wasn't sure. Money had been tight for years. Since Lily's mother passed away in a tragic car accident, Ethan had been raising her alone. Working nights, cleaning offices, skipping meals, pretending everything was okay. Because when Lily smiled, his world felt less heavy. Their apartment was small, old walls, flickering heater, but it was filled with love. And sometimes, love is the only thing that keeps people alive. Ethan's painful routine. Every night, Ethan cleaned the towering glass building of Hawthorne Enterprises, the headquarters of one of the most powerful companies in the country. He polished floors, emptied trash bins, wiped fingerprints from doors used by millionaires. Sometimes he wondered what it must feel like to sit in one of those offices, to be respected, to not feel invisible. But life had other plans. Still, he never complained. Because Lily needed him strong. On the top floor of the same building, Victoria Hawthorne stared out the massive window of her office. The city lights sparkled below like stars trapped on Earth. She had everything: money, power, luxury, respect. But her heart felt empty. Her father built the empire. She inherited the responsibility. Every decision she made affected thousands of employees. People admired her success, but no one truly knew her loneliness. Most men wanted her money, her status, her last name, not her heart. Her assistant entered the room. "Miss Hawthorne, your mother insists you attend the Christmas charity gala, and she arranged a blind date." Victoria sighed. "Another one. He is from a powerful business family." Victoria gave a tired smile. "Of course he is." But something inside her whispered, maybe this Christmas, something different would happen. One late evening, Ethan noticed something unusual. The CEO's office light was still on. It was past midnight. Everyone had left, except her. As he quietly cleaned the hallway, he heard a soft sound. Crying. He hesitated, then gently knocked. Victoria quickly wiped her tears. "Yes." Ethan entered carefully. "I'm sorry, I didn't mean to disturb. I just thought you might like some coffee." He held out a simple paper cup. She looked surprised. No one had ever offered her coffee without expecting something in return. "Thank you," she said quietly. For a moment, they simply stood there. Two strangers. Two lonely souls, connected by silence. A week later, Victoria sat at an elegant restaurant decorated with golden Christmas lights. Her blind date was already 20 minutes late. She checked her watch again. Annoyed, disappointed, but not surprised. Men like him always believed their time was more valuable. Meanwhile, across the city, Ethan received a message from an online community group. Free Christmas dinner event, sponsored by Hawthorne Foundation. Location: the same restaurant. He almost didn't go, but Lily convinced him. "You never do anything for yourself, Daddy." So he went. And fate did the rest. The restaurant was crowded. Hostesses rushed everywhere. Ethan felt uncomfortable in his old suit. He searched for the table number listed in the email. Table 24. He approached nervously. Victoria looked up, confused. This man didn't look like a billionaire. He looked kind, tired, humble, honest. Ethan immediately stepped back. I'm sorry, I think I'm at the wrong table. Victoria tilted her head. Something about him felt peaceful. Actually, please sit, she said gently. My date hasn't arrived. And just like that, two completely different worlds collided. At first, Ethan spoke carefully. He didn't want to embarrass himself. Victoria didn't reveal her identity. For the first time in years, someone spoke to her normally. No fake compliments, no business discussions, just real conversation. Ethan told her about Lily, his struggles, his hope. Victoria listened, deeply moved. You sound like a wonderful father, she said softly. Ethan smiled sadly. I just try to be enough. The sincerity in his voice touched her heart. Most men bragged about achievements. He spoke about love. Hours passed quickly. They laughed, shared stories, spoke about dreams. For the first time in a long time, Victoria forgot she was a CEO. And Ethan forgot he was poor. They were simply two humans, enjoying each other's presence. When the night ended, snow was falling again. Outside the restaurant, Victoria hesitated. I'm glad you came to the wrong table. Ethan smiled nervously. Me too. Neither wanted the night to end. But reality waited. The next evening, Ethan arrived at work. As he pushed his cleaning cart, he froze. There she was, walking through the hallway. Elegant, powerful, surrounded by executives. His heart dropped. Victoria Hawthorne, CEO, the woman from the restaurant. He quickly looked down, embarrassed, ashamed. He thought she would ignore him, pretend they never met, but she stopped, right in front of everyone. Good morning, Ethan. Executives stared in shock. How did the CEO know the janitor? Ethan nodded respectfully. Good morning, Miss Hawthorne. Now everything felt complicated. Rumors spread quickly. Some employees laughed. A janitor dating the CEO. Impossible. Embarrassing. Victoria's mother was furious. This relationship will destroy our reputation. Business partners warned her. Shareholders complained. Pressure grew stronger every day. Ethan felt guilty. He didn't want to damage her life. So he made a painful decision. He avoided her, ignored her calls, sacrificed his own feelings. Because sometimes, love means letting go. On Christmas Eve, Victoria discovered something shocking. Years ago, her father secretly created a scholarship program. One recipient stood out. A brilliant young engineering student, top of his class, but suddenly, he disappeared from the program. That student was Ethan Carter. He had quit university when Lily's mother became ill. He sacrificed his future to care for his family. Victoria realized, Ethan was never ordinary. He was extraordinary. Life had simply been unfair. Christmas night. Snow covered the city in peaceful silence. Victoria stood outside Ethan's apartment building, holding a small gift. Her heart pounded. When Ethan opened the door, he looked surprised. Why are you here? Her eyes filled with tears. Because I finally understand who you really are. She showed him the scholarship records. You gave up everything for love. Ethan looked down. I did what any father would do. Victoria shook her head. No, not everyone would. Her voice trembled. I don't care about status, I care about heart. Lily peeked from behind the door. Daddy, is she the Christmas lady? Victoria knelt down smiling. Yes, and I brought presents. Lily hugged her tightly. In that moment, Ethan realized, this woman didn't just love him. She loved his daughter, his world, his life. 1 year later, Hawthorne Enterprises announced a new education program for single parents. Director, Ethan Carter. He completed his degree with company support. Victoria stood beside him proudly. Not as CEO, but as partner, as family, as love. On Christmas evening, under warm golden lights, Ethan proposed. This time, at the right table. And Victoria said yes. Because sometimes, the wrong table leads to the right person. Love doesn't measure bank accounts. It measures sacrifices, kindness, patience, true connection. Sometimes destiny hides blessings in unexpected places. Never judge someone by their job. Because the richest hearts often wear the simplest clothes. If this story touched your heart, please like this video, thumbs up. Comment your favorite moment, speech balloon. Subscribe for more emotional love stories, sparkles. Your support helps us create more beautiful stories. Crying red heart.